on being prepared. I saved your life by bringing you here. I knew this day would come. It's not safe out there. Something's coming.
Hello, I'm the Universal Critic. I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. One of the most basic fears of the human race is claustrophobia. Being stuck in a small area with no apparent way out is enough to take anyone's breath away. Today's film, 10 Cloverfield Lane, uses that base fear for excellent effect. 10 Cloverfield Lane tells the story of a young woman named Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who gets into a car accident and wakes up in the underground bunker of Howard, played by John Goodman. When Michelle wants to leave, Howard says she can't because there has been some sort of nuclear or biological attack that has rendered the outside world completely toxic. Naturally skeptical and anxious to escape, Michelle teams up with fellow survivor Emmett, played by John Gallagher Jr., to find out what's really going on and free themselves from the bunker and, of course, Howard. When the trailer for this premiered, the biggest question on everyone's mind is whether or not it was a sequel to 2008's Cloverfield. And the answer is yes and no. The creators have said that the events of this film are not directly related to anything going on in the first film, but in terms of its tone and its atmosphere and the general feeling of, ordinary people thrust into these weird, bizarre, unnatural situations, in that respect, it is what they call a spiritual successor. The premise and execution of this film really remind me of something out of the Twilight Zone, and not just because of the twist ending, which I won't spoil for you. It's just so tense, so atmospheric, and so unpredictable, really, that it's impossible not to be riveted by everything that's happening on screen. A big part of that is the stellar cast. Gallagher and Winstead do a great job playing everyday people with a ton of ingenuity, which helps to ground the bizarre and off-putting events they find themselves thrust into. But the standout performer in all of this is easily John Goodman. Imagine if Annie Wilkes from Misery was a survivalist and conspiracy nut instead of an obsessive book nerd, and that's pretty much his character. Goodman knows how to slip between stern but caring and just full-on paranoid and hostile on a dime, which makes his character all the more threatening because you can never tell exactly what he's thinking or when he's going to snap. Overall, I give 10 Cloverfield Lane a high big screen rating. It's a tight, suspenseful, and at times surreal thriller that keeps you on your toes from start to finish. I'm the Universal Critic. I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. Goodbye.